This dirty driveway finally met its match. In today's episode, we are discussing how to surface clean a driveway. Well, that's pretty easy enough, guys. At Mr. Bubbles, we utilize a 5-step approach. They are pre-treat, cutting, or what we call white tipping, surface cleaning number 3, number 4, rinse, and then finally you want to post-treat. Now we are pre-treating this right now with a 2.5% solution. We're actually soft washing this with our blue gun. We are using our Comet pump for that. But you know, guys, if you don't have soft washing capability, that's okay. What you're going to want to do is you're just going to want to put your house mix on it, you know, your downstreaming solution. That's also going to work pretty good for you guys. And I mean, this driveway here had a lot of mildew on the part that's closer to the garage. It had a little bit of lichen bacteria on it. So once you've let that solution sit for a little bit, here we let it sit for about 10 minutes. You want to come through and you want to do what we call cutting. Now, cutting is you're just removing space away from the concrete that the surface cleaner is not going to be able to get to, right? So for example, you see me there on screen removing about 4 inches, 3 to 4 inches away from the grass. Now, it's very important, guys. You don't want to run your surface cleaner over the lawn, because what's going to happen is it's going to shoot a bunch of muddy water and small debris, and that can clog up your tips. And I'm telling you, because it's something that's very typical for that to happen. So you want to avoid that at all costs. And then, you know, you're just making it easier for you to be able to surface clean. Now, the kid that you see on my right there, his name is Jamil. About 3 or 4, I want to say maybe 4 episodes ago, was his first day on a job, and he on his first job, it was also a driveway that he was doing. And today we're going to actually let him surface clean this driveway by himself. So we're excited about that. We always try to teach the new guys that the cutting part is the part that they struggle with the most, because, you know, to be able to use the wand and all that, it takes a little bit more experience. So here I'm showing him how to do the cutting. And as you see there on the screen, guys, I'm also using this opportunity during the cutting phase to clean out the cracks of the concrete. You can't tell here by looking at the video, but you know, this concrete here was full of moss, and it had a little bit of algae growing in there as well. But that's what you want to do in a cutting phase. You just want to remove everything that basically your surface cleaner is not going to be able to get to. And so another thing that's customary now that we talk about at every job that we do, we're going to talk about how we picked up this job. And how we got this job, guys, is through another 5-arounds. Now, if you're new and you've never heard the term before, 5-arounds is not something that, you know, a term that I created. I've heard about this about maybe a dozen years ago or so. But anyway, so 5-arounds is you're just basically going to put your marketing, your company marketing, whatever that is, a door hanger, whatever you have that you use for marketing, you're going to put that on the 5 houses around where you are. So in this case here, you know, you would do the house on the left, the house on the right, and then the 3 houses directly in front. And that is how we got this job, because the previous week we had done the job in front of this house. And then this job where we are now was one of our 5-arounds. She called a couple days later. And then the same thing we did at the other job, we're doing here, which is driveway, deck, and house for $7.99. So, you know, those 5-arounds will work really great for you. We usually do them, you know, the first thing you do when you come to a house, you know, you want to, you know, get your buffer tank going, you know, get the water in the tank going. And then as your buffer tank is filling up, you got a couple minutes anyway. So, you know, it's a great opportunity for you to do those 5-arounds. They work really, really great. And it's a super, super low cost way of doing things. We, for example, we order Ours online, our 5 rounds, we use, and what we recommend you guys use is your postcards, guys. Don't use business cards anymore because there's just, they're not as effective. We've noticed. If you use your 6x9 postcards, you'll be able to get some good before and after pictures on those, and customers really react well to that. And the place we order from, I will put on a screen here for you guys to see. It's called cheapdoorhangers.com. cheapdoorhangers.com. I highly recommend this place. You can get pretty much any print marketing from here. And we order 10,000 at a time, and it costs, I want to say, like around $800 for 10,000. So, that's definitely the way to go, guys. It's going to work really great for you. cheapdoorhangers.com. So, the cutting phase is over, guys. Now you see here on screen, we have moved on to our surface cleaning. Now, the way we surface clean them, Mr. Bubbles, we always start from the street side. And the reason why we do that is because we want the line, our pressure line, to be behind us. So what we do is we pull all the line to the street, and then we start there, and then you go one block at a time. And the reason why we go one block at a time instead of making one line all the way up and down is because we want that pressure line to be behind us. You don't want to be surface cleaning into your line. If you notice Jamil, the line is always behind him. He's not fighting with his line. That's how you want to do it. And obviously, guys, if you surface clean and you start from the garage side, that's fine. It's really, there's multiple ways of doing it. We just like doing it this way. We find that it is a little bit more efficient. And there's really no big secret to surface cleaning, guys. You just want to go slow. If you see on there, you're going about half a speed of a normal walk, I would say. And the other thing that you want to do is you want to eyeball the front part of or I should say the back part of the surface cleaner. You want to see the concrete there. And if you miss the spot, or if you notice that a spot is still dirty, it may be because you're going too fast and you want to slow down. But you see here, if you go slow, you're only going to need to do this each line once if you're going slow. So, and that's pretty much it for the surface cleaning. You just, you want to go one block at a time all the way up, and then eventually switch to rinse mode. I always mention this, pretty much in every video, guys. This business is really not that complicated, right? And, you can imagine if you had 3 jobs like this a day, right? So let's talk money here for a second. This job, like I said, is a $799 job. If you had 3 jobs like this a day, now we are doing the deck, but the deck is a composite deck. It's a plastic deck. And I think the deck was 10 by 10. If you're doing 2 to 3 jobs like this a day, guys, that's going to be some really good money for you. And, I really do believe this, if you can just, for right now, master how to do a house wash effectively and surface clean concrete, that's going to be your bread and butter. Because Mr. Bubbles, jobs just like this right here that we're doing is about a good 40%, I would say. Yeah, it's right around there. It's like 40% of the jobs. We do 600 jobs a month, and about 40% of them are jobs just like this, where we're coming through and we're doing the house and the driveway. And you're going to make, at the very minimum, I would say, guys, you're charging right around $500 for a house and driveway combo. And so, like I said, if you're doing 3 jobs like that a day, do the math. That's $1,500 a day for you. And, in order for you to be able to make that money, it only takes essentially 3 things. Number 1, it takes skill, right? We've talked about this. There's no shortcut to that. You just got to go out there, and guys, you got to put in the work. Start early. Go out there and get that experience under your belt. It takes a couple of years for you to become a master. Number 2, chemical knowledge. We've talked about that multiple episodes, and that's why I actually created an episode 10. You can go into our archives, and in that episode, we break down all the essential chemicals of the pressure washing business, your rust removals, your degreasers, SH, your surfactants. And what's really, really, really great about that episode for you guys that are new I highly recommend you watch that episode, is that, there's an SH calculator in there for you guys. So with that calculator, you'll be able to mix your own bleach. So again, guys, that chemical knowledge. And then finally, in order to get the job done right, effectively, you got to have superior commercial grade, industrial levels equipment. And, I always say, when I started in this business, the very first machine I ever had, guys, was this machine I got for $50 on Craigslist. You guys remember buying stuff on Craigslist? I don't even think they're around anymore. But anyway, so the darn thing ended up lasting me like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and it went out on me. And then from there, I started upgrading, and I eventually got a DeWalt at Home Depot. And then a couple months after that, I got a Simpson. Or no, first I got a Craftsman, then a Simpson, and I had all the variations of machines that you can think of. But it wasn't until my third season that I got my first 4 gallon a minute, which I still have, by the way, 4 gallon a minute commercial machine, and it was a key start. It was my very first key start. Before that, all my machines were pull start. So you're gonna go through it, and you're gonna grow little by little by little through the years, and that's really what's important. Because like anything else in life, you're gonna need time to be able to grow. And in this journey, guys, I mean, that's why I created this channel, is because we know that this process is not going to be a super easy process, right? Whenever you're building anything that is worth something, meaning, something of value, it's not going to be easy to attain. I always say that, nothing in life that's easy is valuable. Right. So, building a big company, if that's your goal, you want to be able to have financial freedom and make good money for yourself, it's going to take a lot of dedication, hard work, and sacrifice. And that's why I decided to make this channel, because, guys, when I started this business, I didn't have anything like this. I don't come from a wealthy family. I didn't have a brother and uncle. I didn't know anyone in this business. Now, I network with a lot of people nowadays that I met through building my company, but I didn't have any resources like you guys have resources. So, watch all of these videos, because all of these videos are like a small piece of the puzzle. And the end goal of that puzzle is for you to build a successful pressure washing business. And that's why one of the things I'm starting to talk about little by little here is marketing. And the reason for that being is I'm doing a 9-part series on marketing that is coming up. It's about a couple weeks away, because I'm still writing the scripts, and I'm ironing out some details and stuff. But it's going to be, guys, this is going to be like a master class on marketing. It's going to be, I'm going to be talking about, for example, online marketing. I'm going to be talking about print media marketing, target marketing, mass marketing. We're also going to be diving deep into sales and how to do that close on the customer. And this is going to be a great resource for you guys to be able to, grow your business and to be able to get more customers. And, like I said, I got that coming. When I'm about a week out from launching that, I'm going to be promoting that very, 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 very heavily. And, guys, but the bottom line is, when you watch these videos, what's important is that you actually go out there and you practice the things that we're talking about. You apply them and put them into motion, right? Or else the information that you're learning is useless. So, my goal when I first started this channel, my goal with this channel, and it's the same goal, is that I want to really, really, really help you guys grow your business. And what that looks like to me, by the way, guys, is I want to see you making $5,000 a week net, meaning your take-home pay is you're making $5,000 a week. And I promise you, if you take some of this advice that I'm giving out to you guys, you're going to get there. You're definitely going to get there. So back to the task at hand here, guys, how to surface clean a driveway. Once you've finished step number 3, the surface cleaning part, you're going to switch over to your white tip, your pressure line, and you are just going to wash everything down towards the curb. Now, one thing I will say about this part, there's also something that we call spot treating, which is what you're going to see here, is whenever we run into a spot on the concrete that is still black or green, so it was a little bit more resilient to our chemical and also resilient to the surface cleaning, you want to go in close with your white tip, and you want to be able to pressure wash that off. And this is going to, set you up nice for your next part, which is the post-treat part. So that's what you see us do there. You don't want to drive away, guys, and leave dirty water in a driveway, because if you do that, the homeowner in a couple hours later is going to be calling you and saying, hey, there's all this mud on my driveway. So I always say that if you want to make what professionals make, guys, you got to play the part of a professional. So, and like I said, I mean, guys, the Mr. Bubbles way is not the only way. I'll be the first one to tell you that, I learned this business through a process of elimination, through trial and error. But we have 10 years in a business as a company, and we do 600 jobs a month. And, we developed a system for ourselves. Now, if you're listening to this and maybe you do things a little bit different, hey, you know what, guys? If that's working for you, keep doing what you're doing, if that's working for you. And if your system is a little bit different than mine, that's no big deal, because there's multiple ways to do one thing, right? And but the bottom line here is that at least you have a plan. You see what I'm saying, guys? Like, it's better to have a plan, even if that plan is not very good, than not to have a plan at all. And the other thing I'll say about this is, if you're listening to this and you don't have a system, that's what I'm offering with this channel, is an opportunity for you to at least have a starting off point, a jumping off point, where you can say, hey, you know what? I'm going to copy the Mr. Bubbles way for now until I develop my own self. And throughout this journey, that's what's going to happen. Because imagine, guys, like, I stopped counting a long time ago, but I've done over 1,000 driveways. Think about that. I've done over, house washes, I've done over 10,000 on my own. As a company, we've done well over 30,000 homes that we've washed here in my area. So, through that process, I've developed this system by, doing everything the wrong way first. You see what I'm saying? That's how you learn. You learn by doing things. Well, you go, hey, I'm going to do it this way. That didn't work. And then you start over, and then you do it a different way, and you go, oh, okay, well, that didn't work either. And then eventually you come to a point where the things that you are doing are working. That's just how it is. And so once you've rinsed off this, all of the dirty water all the way to the curbside, you want to post-treat it. Now, we, Mr. Bubbles, post-treat it with a company solution that we make in-house. We call it Goofy Juice. And all it is really is a concrete brightener. But what you guys want to do is, if you don't have anything like that, get yourself a pump sprayer. The pump sprayers that we order on Amazon, and the link will be down below for that. But what you want to do is put your company, the house mix, whatever your house mix is, 4%, 5%, whatever you use as a company, put that in your pump sprayer and pump spray that. Now, somebody asked me in the comment section if we rinse that off. Guys, you do not want to rinse off your post-treatment. That's the point of it. It takes a couple hours that solution will sit on there, and it is going to kill any organics that are left behind that are still in there for you. You know what I mean? So that's going to work really well. And then any line streaks, any bacteria, algae, anything that is still in there, man, that stuff is going to get in there and it's going to completely annihilate it, because, the surface cleaning will get you to the 99%. This is what's going to get you to 100%. But anyway, that's all I got for you today. I really, really appreciate you guys coming to my channel and watching this how to surface clean a driveway video. I also highly recommend you guys watch the next one as well. And that one, guys, I'm going to teach you how to create a Verizon box cover. And oh, and by the way, nobody else in the industry is doing this. It is unique to Mr. Bubbles. So you're going to learn something. But anyway, I'll catch you guys on the next one, and thank you very much for watching.